Arg, I screamed, doing a bicep curl with 20-kilo dumbbells while on a call with Kushal. I had him on my AirPods. Are you okay, Saket? I thought I gave you good news, Kushal said. Yeah, sorry, in the gym. I kept the dumbbells back in the rack and sat down on a bench. I can call later, just wanted to give you the good news. 80% of my savings are gone, still it's good news, fine. She didn't budge, but at least she signed the papers. It didn't go to trial, you're a free man. I'm officially divorced now. Yes, the judge will sign the order later this week. Fine. And also, Kushal paused. What? Our pending legal fees, he said in a sheepish voice. Sure, take whatever you want, the remaining 20%. No, Saket, only what is due. I'll send you an invoice. Take care. I ended the call, then I walked back to the rack and picked up 2 30-kilo dumbbells. Too much, one of the trainers at the gym said when he saw me struggling to do bicep curls with the massive weight. What? I said, keeping the dumbbells down and turning to him. That's too much weight, you can get hurt. But what if I'm already hurt? Free. The one-word message from Payal popped up as a notification on my phone. I stopped writing and pushed my laptop aside. Yes, what's up? I replied. Finishing up the investment memo, how are you? Good, preparing for a corporate show audition. Oh, that's great. Yeah, let's see how it actually goes. How is the IM looking? Good, I need your help again. Sure. I've finished the section on the ASOPs with explanations. Can you take a quick look and see if it all makes sense? Yes, sure, email it to me. I shared my email address with her. In a few seconds, her email arrived in my inbox. I opened the attached file and spent 15 minutes going through it before giving her a call. Hey, she said, picking up. Is it terrible? No, it's absolutely fine. Why were you even doubtful? Sorry, I'm just nervous. Good nervous though, right? She laughed, hopefully. You have that corporate audition soon, yes. This Friday, for a company called Reliable Polymers. They have an annual conference coming up and need an entertainer. Sounds exciting. Hardly, corporates pay well though, that's it. Crane Club on the other hand hardly pays. But you're building your name at the club, which allows you to make money through private functions like these corporate offsites. That's true, I'm nervous though. I have to make a room full of HR people laugh. Does anyone ever associate HR with laughter? Payal laughed. See, now that's funny, you can use that, she said. Can't use HR jokes on HR people. Relax, you're naturally funny. You think so? I know so, don't worry, you'll ace it. Thank you, Miss Motivation. You're welcome, Mr. ASOP. Were we flirting? Did this, in some part of the universe, count as flirting? Should I take the next step and ask her to meet up again? If we both rock our respective presentations, let's go out and celebrate together, I said. Done, she said, and ended the call a second later. Wait, did she just agree to go out with me? Sort of. I opened my laptop again and resumed writing jokes about dentists, praying nobody in Reliable Polymers' HR department was related to a dentist. I feel bad for dentists. Any dentists or anyone related to dentists here, I said, looking at the 8 people from the HR department who sat in the conference room at Reliable Polymers' office. The office was just as boring and dull as the name of the company. Everything from the furniture to the walls to the people was grey. I continued, anyone here in HR who secretly wanted to be a dentist? Pull people's teeth out. Half the people in the room had a rather pained expression on their faces, as if they were getting a colonoscopy done while listening to my audition. Trying to make HR guys laugh is like trying to make a funeral procession dance. One of the senior HR guys, however, smiled. Imitating him, 2 junior guys smiled as well. Okay, this was progress. I figured the senior HR guy was the key. In the world of corporates, the juniors only laugh at the jokes their seniors laugh at. I think the medical education board's been unfair to dentists. It's like they said, okay, some of you are going to be doctors. You'll get to treat the whole body. And some of you guys will be dentists. You'll only get to fix teeth. The dentists were like, only teeth? Can we not treat the whole face? The board was like, no. The dentist said, how about the head? No, give us the lips or the nose at least. Nope, you guys are dentists. Your job is to learn about teeth, and only teeth. The 32 teeth that humans have, that's it. And you'll do this over 4 years. I walked up and stood in front of the senior HR person. I looked directly into his eyes and said, Sir, tell me, what do they even do in dental colleges? Learn about 32 teeth. Sure, that's 8 teeth a year over a duration of 4 years. That's what, like 4 teeth per semester. The senior HR guy laughed. Jackpot. On cue his juniors followed and then the juniors followed. The entire room erupted into laughter. I continued, doctors are learning about the nervous system, the circulatory system, the endocrine system and so many more systems, all in one term. Meanwhile, the dentists are like, what do we do now, sir? We've already learned about 8 teeth this year. What now? And what does the board tell them? Why don't you guys check all the toothpastes in the market and figure out which toothpaste is to be recommended by dentists in ads? Everyone laughed without waiting for any cues from their seniors this time. I bowed as I finished my 3-minute audition. It's fine, you're on, the senior HR person said, offering me a handshake. I'm Priyansh Gupta, head of HR here. Thank you so much, sir, I said. Priyansh then turned to his 2 immediate juniors and introduced them. This is Akhil, he handles our offsites, and this is Rakesh, he looks after employee welfare. I wondered what kind of welfare activities a soul-crushing, blood-sucking corporate that made polymer resins did for its people. Okay, resist making any HR or corporate jokes. Akhil walked me out of the conference room. We have to discuss the commercials with you, he said. Mudit manages all that, I said. I'll ask him to call you. Sure, would you like to do a deal for multiple events? We have 4 zonal offsites, Goa, Kochi, Jaipur and Siliguri. I'd love to do all 4. I'll ask Mudit to call you and work out the details and the commercials, I said, mentally high-fiving myself. Done bro, I spoke to Akhil already. 4 cities all in a row, 60, cool. Mudit said to me over the phone. I was in a cab, on my way back from Reliable Polymers. That was fast and 60,000 for 4 cities. Okay, cool, I said. Crayon Club paid me 5,000 for a night. This was 15,000 per show. No bro, are you mad? Mudit said. This is a corporate gig. 60,000 per city, travel and stay separate. 4 cities mean 2,40,000. The club will keep 15%. You'll make 2 lakhs or so. 2 lakhs? I sat up, unable to contain my excitement. I hadn't heard the word lakhs in the context of my earnings ever since I became a stand-up comic. You're welcome, Mudit said, laughing. You should have made me negotiate your divorce settlement, dude. I swear, you're the best. No wonder you're the boss, I said, ending the call. I decided to call Payal. Free to talk? I asked when she picked up on the first ring. Hi, yes, I'm heading home from work. I was going to call you today as well. Really? Yes, 2 things. First, I wanted to check how your corporate audition went. You remembered, I'm just on my way back from Reliable Polymers actually. And? So the thing is, I'm not doing the 1 event. Oh, she said in a disappointed voice. Because I'm doing 4, I said, all in different cities, and they're paying me a lot more than I expected. Turns out, HR people do laugh at dentist jokes. Oh, congrats, Saket. I want to hear the dentist jokes right now, she said. Sure, I said. But wait, if I may ask, how did your IM presentation go? That was the second thing I wanted to talk to you about. Okay, and? Smashed it, she said in a soft voice. Really? Wait, let me read out the message that Jagdish sent me. He said, you did an incredible job with the IM, Payal. Considering the ESOPs and valuing them properly was a great insight. Well done. That's insane. Well done you, I said, emphasizing each word. Jagdish never praises anyone, and he sent this message on the office chat group. You're a star, Payal. All because you helped me. No, it was all you, I said. Thank you, Payal said. Saket Kurana, you can do it, I told myself and asked the question. Payal, what are you doing this weekend? Nothing, I'm free only. Okay, I was wondering if I could take you out for dinner. Dinner? Yeah, we said we'll celebrate this, remember? True, but I should be giving you a treat, for helping me. No, I want to take you out, I said. I cracked the corporate deal, and I'm older than you anyway. Okay, she said, where? Let's go to Aya, tomorrow at 7:3 p.m. Aya at Four Seasons, Worley, isn't that really high-end? Don't worry about it, it's sponsored by Reliable Polymers, see you tomorrow. Aya, the rooftop lounge and bar, offers a stunning panoramic view of Mumbai and the Arabian Sea in the horizon. The bright lights of the city twinkle below it at night, while the darkness hides the less savory bits, like all the dilapidated buildings and the slums. It has an all-white decor, with everything from the chairs and the tables to the bowl-shaped bar in the middle done up in a stark, minimalist white. Everything is high-end, as are the prices on the menu. If Reliable Polymers cancelled their deal, I would have to do shows at the Crayon Club for a month to pay for tonight's meal. I reached Aya first, and the hostess ushered me to a table near the edge, for a better view. I'd barely been there for 5 minutes when Payal reached as well. Got stuck at the last Worley Naka signal, sorry, she said. When you look that stunning, you don't need to apologize for anything. She had worn a short shimmery dress, the color of red wine. Her lipstick matched the dress. Around her neck she wore a rose gold chain with a tiny butterfly pendant. She had left her hair open and it cascaded down to her waist in waves. She had a tiny mole on the left side of her neck, right where it curved up, and that was all I kept looking at for a while. I said hi, she said again. Oh hey hi, sorry, come please sit, you look amazing. Thank you, she said, blushing a bit, what of you? She sat down across from me. A glass of Prosecco, please, she said when the waiter came to take our order. I'll have the same, I said, and then, turning to Payal, said, should we make it a bottle? Really? Yeah, why not? I turned to the waiter. A bottle of Prosecco, please. And some dips and pita bread. Can you make the dips without onion and garlic though, Jain friendly? Yes sir, we can, the waiter said. I'm such a pain to be out with, Payal said after the waiter took our order and left. It's okay, I said. The waiter returned a few minutes later with the wine and 2 wine glasses. He placed the sealed bottle in a silver ice bucket and left. This is exactly like champagne. Strange that they're not allowed to call it champagne, I said. Yes, only sparkling wines made in the Champagne region of France can be called champagne, Payal said. It's like lassi not being allowed to be called lassi outside Punjab, I said. Imagine Punjab saying, lassi is ours. Gujarat, you better call your Amul drink sweet dahi smoothie or something, else we're shutting down your factory and arresting you. Payal laughed, hand over her mouth. That's what the champagne people do in France, literally, I said. It's fun to come out with a comic. I get front row seats to a free show, she said. I smiled and proceeded to open the sparkling wine bottle. The cork came out with a gentle pop. I carefully poured the wine into the 2 glasses and passed one to her. As we clinked our glasses, the waiter arrived with our food as well. Thank you again for helping me with the ASOPs, Payal said, dipping the pita bread in some Jain hummus and taking a bite. You don't have to keep thanking me, I said. Payal nodded. She looked around Aya as both of us sipped our Prosecco. A lot of dating-type people here, she said, subtly gesturing towards the other couples sitting at the tables around us. One of them was holding hands. Yeah, it's a popular date spot, I said. Oh really, I wouldn't know anything about all that, Payal said. You've dated people before, right? I said. As in, having a proper boyfriend or something like that. Well, yes. It's not really. What does not really mean? It means no, I've never had one. Crushes yes, boyfriends no. It's like never. Payal looked at me with a sheepish smile and shook her head. You've never been on dates, held hands or kissed anyone? No and no, but I've kissed, yes. On the cheeks only, and that to my younger cousins. No, like a proper kiss. This is so embarrassing, but no. My mouth stayed open as I wondered what to say next. Okay, that can happen, you're still young. What about Stanford? Didn't meet anyone there, I said. I had a crush. You did? Yes, but again, it's embarrassing. It was a professor. A young assistant professor, to be more specific, but he was still a fair bit older than me. How old? I was 19, he was 31, taught microeconomics. I aced his class, hopping to make him take notice of me. And? Nothing, it was just a silly crush on an older guy, went nowhere. Do you like older guys then? My crushes would suggest so, who knows though, I don't have any real dating experience. I nodded. It's probably hard for you to imagine someone like me in today's day and age, Payal said after a while. It's a bit unusual, yes, I said. You can't imagine the environment in my home. I told you no, the restrictions I grew up with. Yes, no meat, no eggs, and no onion and garlic. And no boys. Having a boyfriend would rank as sinful as me eating a beef steak. Why? Because my mother drilled it into me. Only bad girls have boyfriends. What do the good girls do? They study well and listen to their parents. Like you're a good girl then. Yes, it's who I am now. Even at Stanford I had to top the class. It wasn't my parents pushing me there. I just had it imprinted in me. If I lost even one grade, I'd berate myself for months. A perfectionist. A toxic perfectionist, if you ask me. To top at Stanford means having no life. Guys did try, by the way. They'd ask me out for coffee, drinks, dinner. Of course they did. And, I said, keeping my face politely curious. I said no each time, what else? And yet you're here tonight. She looked at me somewhat surprised. Is this a date? She said softly. A trick question. If I said no, my chances would be blown forever. If I said yes, she could take it the wrong way. When there is no right answer, the best response is another question. What do you think? I asked. We met for dinner, to celebrate our wins. Correct. But like you said, this place is a date spot. It's full of couples. Also true. When does this become a date? I don't know, she said. Are you really that innocent? I said and laughed. Fine, make fun of me, Payal said, taking a big sip of her wine. I'm not making fun of you, it's just cute. I'm trying to change, I'm now aware of my mother, over-controlling nature. See, I'm pouring myself a second glass of alcohol, another forbidden item. Payal refilled her glass and mine. Didn't we establish that wine is Jain-friendly? It's not about it being Jain-friendly, Payal said. Wine is too much fun. And as per the Yashodhara Jain manual on bringing up good girls, anything fun is not to be done. That's your mother, I said. Correct, the only fun thing we're allowed to do at home is eat unhealthy food, as long as it's Jain-friendly, of course. Like what? Bhujia, ladus, halwa, kaju katli. There's an unending list of Jain-friendly foods that are unhealthy. No problem in all that, but boys and alcohol bad. So both these things very bad, I said, pointing first to her glass and then towards myself. Payal laughed. Yes, pure evil level bad. Anyway, enough about me. Tell me about yourself. What do you want to know? Do you live in Mumbai alone? Yes. And your family? My parents live in Chandigarh. Dad retired from the army 8 years ago. And that whole difficult divorce thing you mentioned in the show, is that true, or was it just show material? It's true, my divorce literally came through a few days back, although Rashi and I have been separated for years now. Rashi, your wife? Ex-wife? How long was you married? 6 years. No kids. I shook my head. What happened between you guys? Long story, I'll tell you some other time, I said. Sorry, I didn't mean to pry, Payal said, looking apologetic. No, it's fine. I'll tell you in short. She fucked her Rocky brother before, during and after our marriage. What? She said, looking shocked. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have used such crude language. What should I say? She was intimate with her Rocky brother, or she made love to her Rocky brother, I said, somewhat agitated. Does that make it sound better? Is this making you upset? Sorry, we can change the topic. It's okay. Bottom line, she had a thing with someone. We also wanted different things in life. She wanted money, assets, the high life basically. And you've seen me, doing dumb things like quitting private equity for the sake of cracking jokes. It's not a dumb thing, it's a brave thing, Payal said. You think so? Yeah, chasing your dream is brave, not dumb, but people continuing in jobs they hate, that's dumb. Thank you, I guess I needed to hear that, I said. You're welcome, sorry you had to go through all that in your marriage. Well, it's all over now, I said, and I'm sure Rashi has her own version of events. As a reaction to what she did, I did some stupid things myself. I'm not proud of that. There are always two sides to a story. I kept my glass down. I want to say something to you. What? I like you. Oh, I like you as well. No, I mean I don't want to be just friends with you. I mean I couldn't, even if I tried. What do you want to be then? Perhaps one of the items on your banned list. Garlic, she said and grinned. Sorry, that was a bad one, but I couldn't help it. I laughed. That was good, actually. You two are funny. Who's the real comic here? I said. Thank you, I'm learning from the best, she said. So, I like you, and not just as a friend. Wow. Is that a good wow or a bad? It's an I don't know how to react wow. I've never done this before, Saket. In a way, it's a first for me as well. Rashi and I had an arranged marriage. Is this a date now? Payal said. Depends on your response. I'm not allowed to have a boyfriend, you know that, she said. I also know that sometimes you like to rebel and make your own decisions, no matter what the rules are, I said, pointing to her glass. She smiled. And if you can decide whether to invest millions in a company or not, you can also decide what you want for yourself. Payal remained quiet. I gently placed my hand on top of hers. She didn't retract her hand. Do you like me? I said. What? Of course I like you, you're nice. Are you attracted to me, even a little? What does a little attracted mean? Do you think about me? Do thoughts about me randomly pop up in your head? Yes, sometimes. What kind of thoughts? Oh, I feel like talking to you, spending time with you. I wonder about what you are doing. I think about you performing at the comedy club. How many times a day do you think of me? I don't know, 2, 3, I haven't counted. How often do you think of me? 50, 60 times. What? Relax, I'm joking, I said, laughing, but I think of you a fair number of times. Okay, she said, looking uncertain and amused at the same time. Also, I know I'm divorced and older, so it's not an easy decision for you. Well, I've never been married or even dated anybody. I know. Payal leaned forward. Whatever this is, Saket, take it slow, please, she said. I'm curious about things. I want to see where this goes, but I really haven't done this before. I removed my hand and looked into her eyes. Slow is good. Thank you. From now on, I'll be like an actor in a slow-motion movie, I said, and picked up the menu card in slow motion. Then I lifted my wine glass and sipped the Prosecco in slow motion. She laughed. Shall we order some dinner? I said, gesturing for the waiter in slow motion.